Hey guys. Oh hey.
Thank God.
Woo!
It's another Super Goal Sunday.
So on today's show, I think we're going to be talking about pressure, marriage pressure. Is that what we're going to be talking about?
Yes.
But before we get into it, I want to talk about this video that's going viral right now. It's of Keke Palmer tweeting herself kissing a white guy.
What you mean? Like she's
and
acting?
and she was in it.
Was she acting?
No. Like, when you look at her face, and maybe we can insert a clip right here. When you look at her face, she went in for this kiss. Like, she's feeling this.
Well, who's this dude?
Seen it. I don't know. He was no one.
He's
someone, but he's like no one in Hollywood.
Like, she's kissing during...
Babe, when I mean this
during
kiss,
COVID kissing?
babe, she looked at him like, give me that. I said,
wow.
Oh my God. So the question is, they're trying to revoke her black card because he was white. And he was white. Like blonde hair.
Oh, he was white, huh?
I don't know those eyes. I don't know if they were blue or hazel, but they was those eyes. He was sexy, though. He was sexy. But she, and she's saying who she dates does not take away from her character or her beliefs. Do you agree?
I mean, yes. I do agree with that when you speak in terms of taking away from your character and your beliefs.
She tweeted a video of herself kissing at a bar a white man.
And Black Twitter went in on this.
Nuts. They went nuts.
Yeah.
Would you ever kiss a white girl? Have you ever kissed a white girl?
I haven't. Have I wanted to? Yes.
Why haven't you?
Well, I'm married.
No.
Yes.
You weren't married all your life.
Back then, it's just the opportunity wasn't there.
But would you?
But
you were not married. Would you date?
Oh, yes. Would I date?
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Would you bring a white girl home to Bernadette?
I would. I wouldn't bring. That's crazy.
You brought me home.
Right. I wouldn't bring a white girl home.
No.
Only because of but this is pre-existing stigmas that I have.
I had a white boyfriend, and
but you also came from a town where y'all was a melting pot of culture.
But it was different. This is the thing. It was different. Dating him was different. And my best friend and I were talking today.
Okay.
And we were on a group chat with our other friends, and they were like talking about different cultures and what they feel like. And my best friend's like, I've had every culture. Like, I've had every race, every nationality.
He told me that too. Yeah.
And so he was basically saying that, everyone is different. Their bodies are different, and, they're suited different. Like, it's different. And my experience was different.
I just remember you saying the lips just...
It was just weird. It was weird kissing a teeny lip. It's like his lip was like a third of mine. That's
crazy.
So, but if Keke Palmer has found love or,
sure,
infatuation with this guy, he was nice to look at. I don't know. I've never been in a situation when I had my white guy, I wanted him to be my boyfriend for real. I took him seriously.
Right.
His mom wasn't open to having a black daughter-in-law, and that's what broke us up.
Yeah.
His mom.
I mean, and see, that's what I'm saying too. That's the pressure of your background that kind of hinders you from moving forward into that type of relationship with anybody who's in a different culture. That's why, for me, I felt massively uncomfortable with a white girl.
Do you?
I recall, so I was working at McDonald's, and it was this white chick that said to me, she was digging me, right? And she was one of those white girls that had, just this urban kind of persona to her. Right. You know what I'm saying? So she said to me, so what's up with you and me? And I'm like, nothing, right?
That was forward.
So, yeah. So, she was forward, so I was like, nothing. And then, so she said, have you ever dated a white girl? And I was like, no. She was like, oh, so you're one of those. I said, what's one of those?
Right.
She said, so you wouldn't date a white girl, and why? And I said to her at 16 at this time, I'm 16.
You're so wise.
The only thing that my 16-year-old self could say, I said, it's not that I don't like ice cream. It's just I prefer a certain type of ice cream. That's it. So she was like, so I would be the vanilla? And I said, yes. And I prefer chocolate. Do I like vanilla ice cream the most? Yes, I do. But I want to tell her that because that would have set me up. You know what I'm saying? So I said to her, like, I love women, you know, and I would experiment with the vanilla, but I prize the chocolate more. You know what I'm saying? At my 16-year-old self, like, that's what I could think. Now,
that's because Bernadette your mom.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, now, I don't know. Like, if 32-year-old Sharif were single
Absolutely.
and out here in this world and experimenting, I kind of know the struggles that come with being with somebody who's on the opposite.
Yeah.
I'm about to say opposite race, but like a different race, a different culture. So I could prepare myself, but mentally, that would have been a lot for me.
It's a lot. I was so young. I was really young.
Yeah.
And it, like I said, his mom. She was just not. And he had his own place. He had his own job. You know. But his mom couldn't get with it. And looking back, I see it. It's just culturally, it's just difficult. You have to be really strong. And I'm not against interracial relationships at all. But it's the challenges that come along with it. Macaroni and cheese is a side in my house. It is not a meal. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Right. No,
Sharif comes home from school, told my son, we need some pumpkin pie, baby. You gonna get this sweet potato pie. You gonna love it.
You gonna love that.
But anyway, so the topic today is not this. The topic is being pressured into marriage. Do you think that you are being pressured into marriage?
As a man,
yeah.
I'm gonna kick that back over to you.
Okay.
Do you think that you pressured me
Absolutely.
into being married?
Definitely.
And
I don't think I pressured you, but I mentioned it a lot.
Right. Pressure. How a man would view that is pressure.
Pressure breaks pipes.
And like, let me tell you what I've heard from women who have had these type of conversations. Yeah. They would say, I didn't pressure you. I just had a standard. So what do you think about that?
I think I had a time frame. And I had been with you at that point for 4 years. Where is this going? If it's not going on Bailey, I need to get off and take South Park so I can still get where I'm trying to go.
Right.
And so for me, it was like I was 31 years old. I had been with my boyfriend for 4 years. Right. Dude, piss or get off the pot.
Right.
Now, that's just, we weren't new.
Right.
It's not like we had been dating for 6 months to a year even. Like, bruh, do you want me or nah? And that was honestly my thought about it.
Right.
And if you would have said or nah, I was fine with that. I wasn't open to being someone's girlfriend for 5 to 10 years, knowing I wanted marriage. Right. Now, if you died today, I would never marry again.
Okay.
So that would be a completely different conversation.
I get that. And see, so like your comment is all that you were saying, just buyers, right?
Thank you, baby.
Just buyers. Just buyers.
You've been doing me so good. You just nose.
I don't want them lips on me. Yeah.
We're going to see what you want on you later.
That's what I'm talking about.
That ain't what you're talking about because I ain't giving them to you. Anyway.
Crazy. So, I also agree that you pressured me into marriage. But here's the thing. I think that people get so turned off by that term that you like really just don't take into consideration. Yeah, you can use whatever euphemistic term and kind of pretty it up and say, no, I didn't pressure you. I had a standard. And the dude would say, well, sound like an ultimatum to me. Like, where's this going? We've been dating for 4 years. If we're not getting married, let me know so I can move on.
That's it.
A dude would be like, yo, that's an ultimatum. Like, you saying?
Yeah.
You say, yes. That's what's happening. Here's the thing, right? Men, this is how we think, ladies. If you're single, let me put you on game, right? We think if we with a woman and we're digging her and we've been in this committed monogamous relationship, then we're like, yo, everything's good, right? She starts talking about marriage. We don't believe in the hype, because dudes, we believe this too, right? Don't believe in the hype that a man's like, oh no, I don't want to get married because that means I'm really locked down. This is what it really is. All it is, like, the only problem that we have is now we have to operate off you. Like, now we have to walk to the beat of your drum.
Because you guys need to be guided.
Right. And we do, but we have a problem with that. So that's the big thing about it. But back to what I was saying, I do believe that you pressured me into marriage. You mentioned it.
And I mentioned it.
And you mentioned it. And then when we went to weddings and experienced the ceremonies, you had an attitude. And I knew what that was all about. Here's the thing, though. Like, my time limit and her time limit, I don't know. It may have been, well, I waited 4 years until I popped the question to you. And you probably, would you have had it sooner? Would you have said, we didn't have to wait 4 years. You could have did it like at 3 years.
I wasn't ready at 3.
Okay, so we just happened to be in tandem.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We was on the same wavelength. But the thing is, like, it still don't take from the fact that you pressured me. But I needed that pressure. I'm going to keep on saying this. Like, I needed that pressure. Right. But it feels like pressure. It feels like
direction.
Yeah.
Listen, for me, I've been looking up Cassie. You know how Cassie is. She's pregnant with her second baby. Shout out to Cassie. Ooh, ooh. And Kristen and Millian. They having babies. My thing is, Cassie was with P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Diddy. What's his other name? Sean Puffy Combs. Sean Combs. Sean John.
One time it was love.
That
was his name one time, yeah.
They were together for 10 years.
Yeah.
She was with this man from 22 to 32.
Wow.
She met and married her husband, a physical fitness trainer, Alex Fine. They were pregnant and married in a year.
Wow.
They are been married 1 year. They have a baby and a baby on the way.
Wow.
When you know, you know. When you know. They look so cute. Like I'm gonna stay at home. So I went back and looked at her pictures with Sean versus Alex, and she looks like a girl with Alex, and she looks like a statue with Sean.
Wow.
You give me that?
Yeah, I give you statue.
No, you give me girl. And for a while, like, I was looking at the pictures, and for a minute I was like, oh, we're not there anymore. And I was sad because, we've been married and we've got these kids, and, we're in the parenting role of marriage, right? But I remember when it was me, you, and baby Sharif.
Yeah.
And we were so happy.
Yeah.
And no boy that I dealt with in the past could touch what you gave me. You didn't have a whole lot of money. You didn't have a whole lot of time. You weren't over the top, but you were about me.
Right.
And what you offered me, there was no price tag for it. And that is what made me want to become your wife. Because I wanted that feeling to never go away. I never wanted to have to go back into the cesspool with thugs and drug dealers and con artists and liars and game players and manipulators and is he gonna call again and aspiring rappers and aspiring ball players.
Right.
Like, I found in you the key. And it was just simplicity.
Major key.
And so, yeah, at 4 years, I was like, bro, do you want this simple life or not?
Nah.
Because I've concluded.
I want to make it simple.
I've concluded that with you, I want to live in a shack. With you, I want to live in Hollywood. With you.
Yeah, you said to me one time, what? I would live in a cardboard box under a bridge with you, right? Yeah, I remember that.
And I still will.
Yes, I know you will. I know. Y'all, don't be fooled by these tears. This right here, these are penis tears. That's what that is.
You make one video and lose your mind.
No, but for real, I think that I know I said it already, but I just want to restate it. I think that men do need to be, and I keep using this word intentionally because
you're Mr. Aim for I am, maintenance, action, intention,
boom,
but not in that order. And
pressure.
I
think that men need to be pressured because men will operate on our own time. And the thing is, like, we can get so wrapped up in, why do I need to buy the milk if I got the cow at home? And so, like, if my female is the cow and I'm getting everything I'm getting from her, I'm like, we got a good thing going, babe. You just letting this ring and this wedding and this gotta publicize all this, like, you know what I'm saying? You letting this clout. Where we at? We good. No, but here's the thing. Like you said, what did you say earlier? When you know, and when you want, you want. I want to be married. And so you have to, like, literally, you have to pressure your dude. Most dudes you do have to pressure and say, I want to be married. And then here's the thing, though. If a man wants you, every man, I don't care what kind of man you are, every man, alpha male, beta male, submissive male, aggressive male, any male who is with a woman knows if he wants to marry her or not.
Okay.
Every man. At some point, he figures it out. Will he say it to you? No. But he, in the recesses of his mind, he's discovered, this is who I want to be with for the rest of my life. Or this is who I want to stay with, but I'm going to keep on doing whatever I want to do out there because I know this is the ride or die chick. She's just going to be there. Every man knows. So the thing is, like, if you're saying to him, I want to get married, he's probably had that calibrated in his mind. Now he just has to align his time with yours. You know what I'm saying? So that's where y'all want, like, women, I've said this before, y'all hold the handkerchief. What I mean by that, in the 50s, like the movies in the 50s and the 40s and the 30s, the woman would go by, walk, and see this eligible bachelor. She would drop her handkerchief. The man would look at the handkerchief, look up at her, look down, and say to himself, well, this is a fine opportunity in a way to show that I'm a man. And then he would go pick up that handkerchief, run to her and say, excuse me, miss, I think you dropped this. And she would take it back and say, did I? You know what I'm saying? Like,
so theatrical. I love it.
Y'all dropped the handkerchief. Y'all drop it already. It's up to us to pick it up. And so if you're dropping sometimes it's clues, like, oh, this ring look nice, babe. We should go to Jared. Or sometimes I want to go to Jared. Let's go and shop for rings. Y'all dropping the jewels on us. What y'all want? And it's up to the men to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just it. But men do need to be pressured because if we loving and especially if we already had sex and we have a kid out of the deal. Like, at this point, we family. Like, all this marriage and wedding and all that, that's just formalities. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how a dude thinks. But nah, you got to state what you want.
Yeah, that's my final point. For me, it's about, I see so many women getting married and I see so many women staying single. And I think what it boils down to is what it is that you want. If you are somebody, I know a woman who wore...
You're so beautiful.
Thank you, baby.
Sorry.
I know a woman who wore a ring from Claire's on her finger for 3 years. And she was dating someone. And
Did she give it to herself?
Ring. It was just like a fake ring. She just wore it. Like costume jewelry. But she wore an engagement ring on her finger. And I was like, everyone was saying, are they engaged? Is she engaged? Is she engaged? She wasn't. But her standard was, I'm going to be someone's fiance. It was almost like she spoke it into existence. And so when the guy finally proposed to her and it transitioned from this costume ring to the engagement ring, people didn't know. I knew because I know diamonds. But I was like, wow, that was classic. So I just think what you put out into the atmosphere,
for sure,
it manifests.
For sure.
At the point when you and I got together, I was not a wife.
I get that.
but I was ready to become a wife.
Right.
I just needed to build myself into wifehood.
Right.
And so once I did that, it was like, it's no holds bars.
Right.
Let's go.
I get that. Yeah, no. That makes a lot of sense to me.
So set a standard. If you want a husband, if that's your goal, you shouldn't be dating guys like, I'm cool with this. I'm not cool with this.
Yo, say that.
I'm not.
For the people in the back.
Mm-mm.
That's the thing. People glorify not expressing what you want.
Yes. Oh my God.
And you taught me that. Like, that was one thing that I learned from being with you. There was no guessing what it is you required and needed, desired, wanted in a relationship, or specifically out of me.
Yeah.
There was no guessing.
Never.
And so, like, I know we can get trapped up in the rabbit hole of, I'm not going to let the left hand know what the right hand is doing.
Don't use my stuff
you know
on me. Don't use my stuff. Use something else. Don't be using my stuff.
Well, hey, we're married. You know
Don't
what
let
I'm
the
saying?
left hand know what your right hand doing.
Yeah, it's like we get so trapped up in that because we think that, oh, I don't want to say this to him because I don't know if this will piss him off, or if this will make him or her think that when they look at me, I'm just baggage, or that I'm demanding too much. Nah, you got to say what it is that you want. So there's no guessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the greatest thing that you could have done for our relationship, is to let me know where you stood.
I am not the one. I am not. I want to be married, and that's what I want.
Right.
I want a family. I want the Cosby Show.
Right.
I didn't have it growing up, and that's what I want.
Right.
I'm not settling for happily, nappily ever after.
Right.
I'm not settling. No, this is what I want. Period. And another thing, people are so busy, women are so busy dating the unattainable. He's
Right.
unattainable. I was like, I don't want somebody with a baby mom. Well, although I know that at this point in life, that might not be an option for many of us. I didn't want someone who had someone. I didn't want someone who was old and set in their ways. I just didn't. Even if they were available, older people are set in their ways. I'm older people, set in their ways. The way you do things is the way you'll do things.
Right.
And so it's too much. I got a younger man. He was like a blank canvas, and we explored life together.
Right.
And it was, that's it. Like, we lived with hope for tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
Where many people in relationships live for today.
Right.
That's not the recipe for engagement.
Right.
That's
And-
entanglement.
Right, that is an entanglement. And in living in the today, I had no confusion about what you wanted your tomorrow to hold.
You better know it. All right, okay.
Boom.
Huh.
Like that attitude.
You better
let
accept
that
it.
out.
What? Ali's forever.
I want Ali too.
Ali one, Ali two. Joe.
From,
Joe.
His name was Joel.
Joe, babe. It was
Babe.
just Joe.
He was.
It was just Joe.
He was from. He was
Jamaica.
From Jamaica.
Joe from Jamaica.
His name was Joel.
Joe.
No, but yeah, I mean that is the crux of it for me.
What does crux mean? You sexy. I'm about to get you up. It's late, y'all. I got a husband, and we going upstairs. We're gonna try this hair out.
Try
no
it out,
bonnet.
baby. I like
I've
that.
been trying to figure out. I posted this on Facebook too.
What?
I've been trying to figure out how I can like preserve my hair and my marriage simultaneously. Because Sharif and I made a video yesterday. And in this video, all I see is this freaking bonnet.
She was like, I would never have a bonnet.
I hate this bonnet.
Yeah.
Like, all of our pillowcases in our house are satin.
Yeah.
I'm just scared that I'm going to wake up and my hair is going to be like.
Okay.
But I want to wear nothing to bed so that if
Right.
we make love,
Right.
You don't have to look at the pink bonnet.
I don't care about the pink bonnet.
I want you to care. You're so good to me.
Don't. It's your
Babe,
body.
I don't
it's
like
not the
it.
bonnet for me. It's the body.
I don't like the way
I'm looking
it
at
looked
the
on
body.
camera.
I'm not looking at your bonnet.
It's right there.
All the time, like any of the dudes, whoever said on social media or
You're
said
just
to me
easy.
face to face, yo, why you gotta wear that scarf? I ain't never had a problem with the scarf. Okay, wear your scarf. Protect your hair. That's perfectly fine with me. Does the booty work? Do the legs move? Are the breasts suckable? I don't know. Like,
You don't suck these breasts.
Just like
You didn't suck these breasts.
that's you with.
That's because they need surgery.
Yeah, that's you with breast issues. That had nothing to do with me.
I'm okay with it. You like my bottom.
Nah, nothing to do
But
with me.
you're
That's
not going to bed with no bonnet on no more. No more bonnets in the bed.
I mean, that's the call to action that you choose to.
It's preacher. He's becoming a preacher
Go with.
now. Okay?
That's
so
cool.
we gonna end this now, okay? Because the preacher is coming out and it's after dark, and I don't want him to be the preacher. I want him to be the freak in the morning, freak in the evening, just like me. I need a roughneck brother that can satisfy me, just like you. Hey guys, listen. When something seems bad,
Turn it around.
watch YouTube
What?
and ask for Felicia and Sharif.
I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that. Oh, it's not a Sunday.
Unless it's Super Bowl Sunday.
All right, blessings.
Peace.